Ja, herzlich willkommen zu einer neuen Ausgabe SI Talk. Es ist Mai 2019, Vancouver, und bei mir habe ich jetzt meine erste Cannabis-Firma und meine erste IT-Firma. Kombination von beiden, also mal was Neues. Cannabis kennen wir ja eh schon, aber IT-Kombination ist was anderes. Und ja, ich bin gespannt, was er uns da so erzählt. Wer ist er? Solomon Riby-Williams ist CEO. Is your CEO?
Yes, CEO and co-founder.
Co-founder.
Yeah.
Co-founder of the company. CannaOne. Und ja, er wird uns die Company jetzt mal kurz vorstellen. Ja, so the first introduction to a company is always a different thing, and I say it in my German introduction. You have both. You have cannabis,
Yep.
and you have IT.
Right.
So how you mix it together? What is what the company doing?
Well, ultimately, I mean, we are a technology company first and foremost, but all our tools have been completely built around the cannabis space, the cannabis industry in general. So I think the exciting thing about what's happening in cannabis worldwide and markets all over is that there is a bit of a gap there for technology that's needed. There's been so much focus on people, growing cannabis and sort of the retail end of it, but there's a lack of tools that are available, and part of that reason is that there's been some hurdles where a cannabis company cannot necessarily participate the same way as another digital company can, because there's sort of restrictions in place. So it gets a bit tricky. So I mean, for us, we've looked at it as an opportunity to turn that deficit into creating something for a bit of a void that's there.
Yeah. Then cannabis, the most cannabis company that what we know is growing the stuff, and I must say I have a little bit problems with them. Then growing is one thing, and hemp, the
CBD, yeah.
and CBD, and so
Yeah.
it's not really tough to grow it.
Yeah.
But then to sell it with all the regulations,
Yep.
it's a much different thing.
Right.
And also regulation, it's really a tough regulated market. And when we say tough regulated, we European, we know what regulation means. So
Yeah.
we are the founders of regulations around the world. So
Experts on regulation.
Expert.
Yeah.
So this means when I look at your companies, you build up a software for all this regulation stuff that from the growers can really show the government from which source that's coming and grow up, what you produce out of it, and then going further to sell it, the product. So that you have one line how it's said in English, so that you really can choose every single flowers to the end product. Is it right?
Yeah, I mean, we specialize in a number of different digital tools, but what you're speaking about there is if you were to understand the origins of where that crop was grown from, and not only that, but perhaps like the lineage of that particular strain, or even if it's just a hemp product or CBD, just that there's basically a history of where the genesis of that occurred and follow through. That's not our complete focus, but our technology is adaptable for like multiple different verticals. Right now, we've been mainly focusing on exploring the CBD and hemp market, which is just blowing up worldwide. And so we've been, gradually rolling out partnerships that have been in discussions for a while now, and we're just going through the process of rolling them out and taking the time to develop them.
Okay, rolling out is good. So what we can expect?
You can expect a full-service marketplace, something that would be similar to like an Amazon, where you can have a multitude of different cannabis products, everything from things like ointment to actual just some like lozenges or whatever. I mean, there's such a broad range of different ways that CBD and hemp products can be inserted into different products for consumers. So that's been our main focus now, is launching these marketplaces that are just everything from delivery aspects to on the other side of it, helping the vendor manage inventory, to help customers take reviews into account and see, like, how popular is this? How useful is this for this particular thing that I'm looking to achieve?
So, and this marketplace, if provides all this regulation stuff, so that the seller, they use this marketplace is in not only the seller, also the buyer is in on the regulation safe side.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the reasons why we've been focusing on having partnerships, or we work closely with a division, or in order to make sure that we're in good standing in that jurisdiction. So it's not something that you would just set up for a region without not having some type of understanding and discussion with whatever market you're in, and making sure that you're in good standing with the regulations there. And the way we've designed our technology and our platform is that it's adaptable for any region. It's just a matter of us having the intimate details and understanding. So that's one of the reasons we've been really focusing on making sure we're partnering up with people that are wise and well aware of what the various regulations are for that market, and then we do our own homework as well.
You say you focus on CBD and hemp, and which market you're focused now from the countries?
Yeah, right now we're about to launch a new marketplace called Be Well, and they're a partnership that's out of California. We have it's a joint partnership. Be Well marketplace can service all of the United States, so this is huge. Though they're out of California, they have the ability to ship hemp CBD products through the entire United States.
Okay. Is CBD now legal in the whole U.S.?
Yes, because of the U.S. Farm Bill that was passed, it then enables you to sell hemp-based CBD products, and so you're seeing that market just explode, and I think you're seeing this chain reaction globally, and so that's our next focus. I mean, we have other partnerships that we'll be announcing shortly, but our very soon to launch will be Be Well Marketplace, which is in the U.S.
This is a partnership. You have also equity. What is the revenue stream? What you get out of this partnership?
Right now, we have a proportion of we will be a rev share. It will be revenue share in some capacity. It's right now we have 24.99% of this arrangement, and that's not. It varies in the different partnerships and how things work. If we're depending on how much our partner may have duty-wise and how much we may have duty-wise. In the case of the Be Well partnership, we've been really hands-on with them, and we also have an opportunity to buy or share, may have more revenue shares upwards to like 49%. So that's an option for us as well, and that's kind of been the blueprint for all these partnerships. Is we like to have an element of revenue sharing. Obviously, it keeps us excited and making sure that we can grow in those markets, and also it gives us the ability to get some revenue in the books, because with a lot of technology companies, a lot of it comes into development. So sometimes you don't see the after effects till a bit later. So it's an opportunity for us to also bring some revenue in the door.
You say you're coming up with new joint ventures. Can you say in which area? I know exactly. It's always tough, but we're interested in what's coming up in the future.
We like your neck of the woods. I think there's a lot of opportunity in Europe. Okay. And I think that North America has sort of set the pace for that, and a lot of Europe and the UK is watching. We also do have a market that we'll be launching in Mexico as well. So that is happening sort of concurrently with what's happening in the Be Well marketplace. But we have other partnerships that we will be announcing soon in other places internationally, and it's just a matter of us making sure that everything's ready to go and we're ready to announce those things, and we'll be sharing that with the public once we can.
Why not Canada?
Why not Canada?
Yeah.
I think that Canada is, from a regulatory perspective, the government sort of quickly has taken the whole area of cannabis and handed over into like government entities.
Okay.
So they haven't necessarily been like super open to letting, sort of small, like, ventures. So that's been a bit of a challenge. I mean, we do have a partnership that we will be announcing here as well. So that is happening, but just hasn't. It seems odd. I know.
Okay.
I get it.
No, but
that's the nature of the Canadian government.
Yeah. We talk around the globe,
Right.
and we know exactly Canada is a leader on this legalization of cannabis.
Yeah.
And so that was a natural
legal
question.
to who, right? I mean, that's the thing. It is, but it's like there's just certain people that can participate in that, and I mean, in the public, it's legal and stuff. But as far as the business goes, they've kind of kept it a bit tight.
Yeah. Coming to the stock, to the share structure of the company, how many shares are outstanding? What is the market cap? Or what's the management have roughly in the company?
Less than 5%. I mean, it's our share structure is mainly a pretty tightly held group. Our market cap right now is 27 million, 26 million, somewhere around that right now. Overall, the founders, and some the seed investors are the people that have some of the stock, but it's our structure is pretty solid. And there's
any bigger shareholder? What you can say that?
I wouldn't say there's any particular one big standout shareholder. We've sort of been strategic and working with some groups, even sort of a group out of Asia, which has shown interest, and sort of we've tried our best to try to make sure that if we're getting an investment in the company, it's somebody that's not just going to give us money, but it's going to give us insight or give us opportunity. So overall, it's a pretty tightly held structure, and that's what we maintain to do. We're sort of been just focusing on taking the money that we need to grow this next aspect of the technology or to launch the next marketplace, and just take the funds that we need then, rather than taking a lot of money and just.
What is really the goal for you, or in other words, what we can expect from the company in 3 years from now?
I think that we'll be in many marketplaces, and I think that we have a bit of a head start because, we were started in 2016, and from the beginning our technology has been completely cannabis centric. So I think a lot of these solutions that are the digital solutions that sort of focus on cannabis. They're maybe built off a model of something of a technology that would be sort of applicable to lots of things, whereas ours is built for cannabis from day one. So I think in 3 years you're going to see us in lots of different segments of the industry. You're going to see us in lots of different markets all over the world, and I think there's going to be even more markets popping up, and we have an adaptable technology that's ready to accommodate those changes and trends.
Solomon, thank you for the first introduction to your company.
Yeah, awesome.
Was geht es darum? Also IT haben wir gesagt, und es geht darum, eigentlich einen Marktplatz zu schaffen, so wie Amazon, aber auf CBD und Hanf konzentriert. Ich sage es deswegen CBD und Hanf, weil THC wieder eine andere Geschichte ist. Und ein großer Fokus liegt jetzt mal auf die USA. Your partner in the US called Be
Well Marketplace.
Be Well.
Yeah.
Be Well Marketplace. Dort haben sie eine Beteiligung dran, die nutzen eine Software und es wird über die ganze USA ausgerollt. Und es geht über CBD, also das nicht psychoaktive Teil von Hanf, denn das ist eigentlich legal jetzt in ganz USA über diese Gesetzesänderung, die im Herbst letzten Jahres erfolgt ist. Und das soll quasi jetzt ausgerollt werden über den ganzen Markt. Und eine Software, die ist nur für Cannabis eigentlich konzipiert worden. Nicht so wie andere Softwarelösungen, die für alles andere auch verwendet werden kann, sondern nur rein auf Cannabis fokussiert. Und daher, das sieht er auch den großen Vorteil in seiner Software, weil es eben auf diesen Markt einfach sich fokussieren. So, und Sie kriegen natürlich jetzt einen Umsatzanteil an diesem Ausrollen des Marktes. So, das ist eigentlich die Kerngeschichte von dem ganzen Unternehmen. Das heißt, eine Marktplattform, wie Amazon mit allen gesetzlichen Regularien, wie es sein muss. Ein Expansionsmodell ist ganz klar, sie wollen dieses Konzept dann in andere Länder bringen. Mexiko war ein Punkt, da gibt es auch schon Pressemeldungen dazu, und Europa wird natürlich dann der nächste Schritt. Er hat nichts Neues sagen können, natürlich, es ist klar, er kann erst dann was sagen, wenn Pressemeldungen draus sind, aber das ist ungefähr die Geschichte. Marktkapitalisierung liegt um die 26, 27 Millionen, sie haben um die 5% Anteil noch, größere Aktionäre kommen scheinbar aus Asien. Ja, und das ist eigentlich gleich die Story, was auch spannend war, ist, ich habe gesagt, warum nicht Kanada? Ich meine, wir sitzen in Kanada, warum nicht Kanada? Ja, weil das Government hier quasi das Ganze an sich gezogen hat und da wickelt das quasi das Government ab und dadurch sind sie außen vor und es ist da relativ wenig Möglichkeit, wie man reinkommt. Er sagt aber, sie arbeiten an diversen Möglichkeiten, was da dementsprechend rauskommt, werden wir dann sehen. Ja, das war ein erstes Interview von CannaOne im Mai 2019. Tschüss und Baba. Thank you.
Right. Thank you.